here we have shared their cultural diversity. They also share their talents. We realize youths share their talents and even the creativity, Honorable Speaker. And this was a very good moment, Honorable Speaker, where we had, because the local tourists, Honorable Speaker, people showcased there, Honorable Speaker. It was a good opportunity also to the locals, since there was an economic exchanges, Honorable Speaker, and most of the people within really gained out of this. It was a good experience, Honorable Speaker, and just as been stated, we realized a lot of experiences. From our first day, Honorable Speaker, we could see that most of the cultural exchange and most of the speakers were talking different, giving out different ideas, Honorable Speaker, which was a great speaker, which was a great support, Honorable Speaker, with the head of the state, Honorable Speaker, with the head of the state, His Excellency State, His Excellency William Samoei Ruto, and his counterpart from Uganda, Honorable Speaker. So much, and his counterpart from Uganda, Honorable Speaker. So much experiences, and this has been said out committee of the whole house.
Born and bred in the suburbs of South Kabuoch, in the heart of Kaguria, where I come from.
I'm rising actually to seek for your direction, be touched. Before Honorable Florence take the floor, kindly, Honorable Speaker.
Her life at Papakamigwena. Honorable Speaker, having had an opportunity to be part of the participants that were there, I must bring it to the attention of this House, Honorable Speaker, that most of the participants from Homa Bay County were not treated very well, Honorable Speaker, and that is from the department at the county. Honorable Speaker, I would love that as we continue with this, I want to urge my fellow members that in the and we would urge that part of us next time, especially the one that is coming up at the end of as much as possible to be participants there, so that we represent our people well. And if there is anyone from home who can do that better, the way I know people from South Kabuoch are very good in noting this report. Thank you so much.
Oh, excellent. Honorable Eric Owidi was first.
Honorable Speaker, we were able to learn so many things when we went there, Honorable Speaker. We are even in Ethiopia, you know, and Luo is all over in the whole world. And I was also able to learn that our origin, how we came from the southern Sudan, a place called Bargazel, up to where we are currently. So it was a good experience, and it was noting, Honorable Speaker. With those few remarks, I take note of the report. Thank you.
Well put. So in that order, Honorable Tony Otieno, if you're still on, take the floor.
Thank you, Right Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker, I was not lucky to that 3 days I didn't get the love of my life at Migwena. Fortunately enough, I'm told the Honorable Jessica was lucky at some point. Congratulations, Speaker. This is a very important event, Honorable Speaker. And I think if you look at the Pinyuluo Festival 2024, I call it one of a kind, Honorable Speaker. Speaker, this three cultural event brought together the sub-clans of the Luo community from East and Central Africa. Honorable Speaker, if you look at the people who attended this festival, in my view, Honorable Speaker, a number of things happened, including sports. What I was wondering whether there were sports at night, but I only saw the ones during the day. Speaker, I seek your audience. I was saying that I only saw the sports that was I witnessed was during the day. During the night, I was not very sure whether there were sports, because if you look at the timetable, it was only sports during the day. That was very important. And Honorable Speaker, that cultural event showcased how the Luo nation is actually spread across East and Central Africa, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker, this was a very good platform where, as a Luo nation, we celebrated and also appreciated our presence in terms of our cultural identity. This is very important to me, Honorable Speaker. And if you look at that event, it also gave opportunity for the young generation, including the Honorable Eric here, to connect with the roots, particularly when you look at during the storytelling sessions, we were able to connect in terms of our unique customs and values. And this is very important, Honorable Speaker. And that's what defines us as a Luo community. Honorable Speaker, I was able to attend sessions in terms of the cultural exhibitions, also sports, but during the day. And I was also thrilled with the storytelling sessions, Honorable Speaker. But again, if you look at the boat, what Honorable Florence called the boat riding competition, it was a good one, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker, somebody would quickly ask what was the significance of the honorable members attending that session. Honorable Speaker, I put it to you that the cultural event was a bridge between the past and the present, Honorable Speaker. And again, that event was very important because it was able to foster our unity as a Luo community in East and Central Africa. And if you look at the speakers that spoke during the session, they made of emphasis in terms of our unity, because our unity is our strength, Honorable Speaker. Most importantly, Honorable Speaker, that forum also gave us an opportunity to strengthen our cultural pride as a Luo community. Honorable Speaker, you realize that in terms of that event, it had some economic sense, Honorable Speaker, because the likes of our artist, one of our own, Unyipa Pajay, was able to net a lot of money, Honorable Speaker, and I'm on record. So it had some cultural, economic aspect of it, Honorable Speaker. And not only that, even if you look at the vendors around, they made good money. Honorable Speaker, this was an event that needs to happen every year. I wish we could revise, we could have it next year in HOMA Bay County. Honorable Speaker, this event basically tells us that as a Luo nation, we are rich in terms of our cultural activities. And also as a Luo nation, we must preserve our culture. We must be able to promote our culture. We must be able to tell the younger generation, the likes of Honorable Owedi here, that our culture is what defines us as a nation. Honorable Speaker, this said, I think we need to have a HOMA Bay County Piniluo Festival, just one tailor-made for HOMA Bay County, so that people from Soba, maybe Speaker protect me, people from Soba who wants their own county, they want their own county. Yeah, so people from Soba and the Luo community should come together and showcase their cultures. This would actually have economic impact to our county. It will also promote our county. It will also promote local tourism, and at the end of the day, will benefit as a county. Honorable Speaker, with those many remarks, I support I note this report, Honorable Speaker. I thank you.
Okay, thanks for those inputs. Next, I saw Honorable Samuel Lieta.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. As I note this report, so many countries in the East African region, coming from Ethiopia, South Sudan, in this diverse nature, I would want to take this report, as I note it, that I wish that the sports chair also note and try to use this report as a benchmarking so that when we have our Genoa sports event at the end of the year, we should have some of the cultural activities that took place in Siaya. If you note how Wichloom was so full to the brim when boat racing was taking place, which is Canoe Regatta, you'd realize that the people love boat racing. It is so much in-depth in them that they feel they are part of it. The celebrations that I saw when our DS, the team from Soba, won, and our DS who has actually presented this report to us, the way he danced into the water, he came back not minding that he was wet. It means this thing was so deep inside. And I hope that I would want to see the DS again dancing when the Canoe Regattas, the canoes from Karachuonyo, will win, because I know he will come second when we have this activity at the end of the year. I would also want to note that another activity that took place that excited people was not the swimming pool swimming activity, but the lake swimming. That one was another notch high that took place in the Pinyi Luo that we can also emulate and act as a benchmarking for our own activity in Homa Bay County. So I stand here to note this report. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
That is well noted. The next speaker, is that Honorable Victor Buya or Honorable Nicholas Awaka? Who was requested? Okay, you can take the floor.
Honorable Speaker, I thank you. Honorable Speaker, I know I'm still waiting for your direction, but I want to proceed to note this report as I wait for your direction, which I believe is coming very soon. Honorable Speaker, Luo cultural events. While we were there, Honorable Speaker, we went to enjoy, and a number of us enjoyed themselves. I'm just wondering how Jessica, who is almost 82 years old, unless the gentleman, the mzee that I know, actually hails from that area, how Jessica could be in a situation to... Point of order.
Honorable Nicholas Awaka, just have a seat in a minute. Honorable Sophie Salim, what is out of order?
Mr. Speaker, sir, I'm raising understanding order number 87, statement of fact. Could Mr. Honorable Nicholas Awaka present documents that are showing clearly the age of my friend and Honorable Jessica being over 80 years? It mentioned 82 years, 85 years, he's talking of 85. Mr. Speaker, and even if it is just a matter of fact, could we just display Honorable Jessica together with Honorable Nicholas, and then we see who is older than who, Mr. Speaker, sir?
Honorable Nicholas, be warned, but also is very delicate. You can just justify or drop that statement.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker, when a man actually talks about the age of a lady, then another lady is not supposed to complain. Because in the first place, may have met somewhere and tried to weigh their ages. You know, I was just talking about 18 years old. It was a slip of the tongue. And happened, and I beg that they take 18 years old, which I know because we've done a lot of things with Honorable Jessica, which I don't want to disclose here. Honorable Speaker, during that time while we were in Siaya, hey, I want to tell you, it was a nice activity. The only thing that I want to bring to the attention of honorable members is that some of our colleagues, instead of enjoying, became and more particularly when our governor was presenting. You know, Governor Gladys Atieno Nyasuna presented like just a queen. And that actually ended up stepping into some people's, because they were trying to do comparison. I also learned that we have also a minister, a defense minister in Uganda. And that is somebody called Abbott. That gentleman, pure Luo. Honorable Speaker, we also learned that we have personalities from Ethiopia, call them, DRC, call them. All these people happen to be Luos of great reputation. I want to state that such an activity also need to be organized not only in Siaya, but in all our 4 counties, so that at the end of it all, we can stand to celebrate it annually. Honorable Speaker, there is something that I also noted. The time that they were actually donating to the other artists outside Siaya was also minimal. Because like when Onyipa Pajay was singing, and there is a time they called Roji Chogo, and I thought he was going to get onto the stage. Then, funny enough, Roji was not around. Then they called this other MCA, a colleague, whom I really congratulate, because we are also able to see that not only we can debate well in the during this time in the August House, but we also have our colleagues that when given an opportunity can also prove their talent, which we saw in Siaya. Honorable Speaker, that was quite amazing. While there also I learned that Honorable Dorinia, who comes from Siaya, also competed. In fact, let me tell you, that is something that shocked me. That there was also one side where they were actually competing in taking Ujimoto. And Honorable Doreen emerged number 1. You see, that was also very beautiful, because we learned a lot. That also taking Ujimoto, hot porridge, also requires skills. And that one was done very well by my friend here. I think if we can graduate to hot porridge, to this one called hot ugali, then we see how some of us whom God has blessed, not hot ugali, but hot, we call it githeri. In fact, I'm telling you, some of us that God has blessed with this, you know, you must have a heavy big head for you to...
Mr. Speaker, point of order. Mr. Speaker, point of order, Mr. Speaker.
Okay, you can proceed, but state the point of order you are standing on first.
I'm starting point of order number 87, a statement of facts. You know, if somebody is calling you that Honorable Doreen was taking hot uji, you know somebody who's taking hot uji is a glutton. So that one, it was another way Honorable Waka is abusing you another way. You know, if you are taking a hot uji, you must be a glutton. So you can tell him to withdraw that statement of Honorable Doreen. And you know now he's saying this, and I'm coming from Siaya. In fact, I want to tell you, Mr. Speaker, sir, you will never get Siaya ladies taking porridge. Porridge can only be found in Nyaza, in South Nyaza. So tell him to say, in Nyaza we don't take porridge. In Siaya.
Honorable Doreen, your point of order.
I'm not the type of taking porridge, and I'm not a glutton.
Honorable Doreen, your point of order has been noted. Honorable Nicholas, there are some terms that we need to look at how to use them.
Thank you.
So please be careful with the terms.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker, I stand guided. I'm just wondering aloud. You are a lecturer and a serious one, Honorable Speaker. When you look at the term glutton and hot porridge, when somebody, you know, for somebody to be a glutton, the way she has said it. Let us look at the meaning of the word used and by my friend, Honorable Doreen, compared to what is, because she was given a certificate, Honorable Speaker, for drinking hot porridge. And that is very serious, and we appreciate it. Honorable Speaker, I want to say that the exercise was such amazing that each and everyone would actually be thriving to go. If you look at the way he listened to when Honorable Lieta was actually trying to describe how our DS was wet, the word wet, did not disturb me. That does not disturb me, because you know, Honorable DS being wet during the day, and that did not disturb Honorable. Why Uji? Why hot Uji? I want to say, I thank you. I take note of this report.
Nicely put. So, is there any other member still? So, if we are done with that part, then allow me to call the mover to reply. Yes, you can proceed and reply.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. I want to thank our honorable members. They have raised a lot of benefits of this important event, Pinyi Luo, and due to the teachings, experiences that they got in that place, they are proposing that we should enrich our annual event of Governor's Cup so that we could also put these activities, cultural activities, to be part of it. It also gave our members opportunity away from the electorate to reflect by sharing ideals. It also gave them identity with our brothers from different countries like Southern Sudan, like DRC, like Uganda. This was very, very important. And some of them have even suggested that it should also be done in HOMA Bay. Thank you so much for your contribution, and I'm imploring members to note this report. Thank you, Honorable Speaker.
Thank you, DS, for the response. Finally, members, allow me then to put this question, that this House notes the report of the Committee of the Whole House on the 4th edition of the Pinyi Luo Festival 2024 held in Siaya County. As many as those with a similar opinion say aye. As many as those with the contrary, I have it.
Honorable Speaker,
There is established the office of the village administrator for each village unit. Section 52(3) of the County Government Act 2012 provides that a village administrator shall coordinate, manage, and supervise the general administrative functions of the village, including A, pursuant to paragraph 14 of part 2 of the 4th schedule of the Constitution, ensuring and coordinating the participation of village unit in governance, and assisting the village unit to develop their administrative capacity for effective exercise of the village unit, to develop of the functions and powers and participation of pricing. A, the village administrator, who shall be the chairperson council, and B, not less than 3 and not more than 5 village elders competitively appointed by the village administrator with the approval of the county assembly, taking into account the gender balance. Honorable Speaker, Section 53(2) of the County Government Act 2012 provides that a village council shall be responsible for A, ensuring and coordinating the participation of village unit in governance, B, assisting the village unit to develop the administrative capacity for effective exercise of the functions and powers of participation in governance at the local level, C, monitoring the implementation of policies at the village unit, D, advising the ward administrator and the sub-county administrator on matters pertaining to the village, E, and any other function necessary for better administration of village unit. Honorable Speaker, I wish to know what steps are being taken by the county executive to actualize those provisions of the law in tandem with Article 174 of the Constitution of Kenya 2010. Honorable Speaker, I therefore request that my statement to be directed to the Chairperson, Public Service and Administration Committee. Honorable Speaker, this is something that having had an opportunity to serve in the Pioneer Public Service Board as a member of that board, Honorable Speaker, it is something that while I was at the board then, we had forwarded to this house so that the village units be created, Honorable Speaker, so that we have village administrators. This is just as I have read, Honorable Speaker, this is a provision of the Constitution. And just the same thing that we had said that devolution came, we really need to feel it down to the village unit. Honorable Speaker, this is not only accomplishing the requirements of the law, but it will also be as a way of creating employment to our people down there. Otherwise, Honorable Speaker, I beg to submit. Thank you.
So that is well noted. Do we have the chair? Do you have the chair of Public Service and Administration? The vice chair? Any member? Okay, so we have Honorable Victor Buya. Honorable Victor Buya, you've heard of the concerned. And I don't know whether you'll be able to make a decision of when is it appropriate.
Mr. Speaker, this issue needs a lot of consultations, and I would ask for 2 months, Mr. Speaker.
The river you've had.
Which is there. So that time, 2 months, Honorable Speaker, equivalent to
I want to say,
Honorable Speaker, equivalent to
I want to say that I'm equally
equivalent to
I want to say that I'm equally if you allow me to use that. We should act, if you allow me to use that. We should act. It is leaving us with hot air, if I can borrow that and use, Mr. Speaker. I don't
work. Anything concerned on this?
Yes, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker, the matter that my sister is raising is very, it's weighty. But Honorable Speaker, look at it this way. If it's, of course, a statement, they are just going to give the framework on how they intend to deal with it. Of course, that bit can be dealt with within 2 weeks or so, the way you are putting it. But if we have to go to the gist of the matter to ensure that the concern raised is actually implemented, it has the costing effect. And that costing effect will have to have the ripple effect also to the budget. And which means that to the relevant department at which this matter would be directed, as you rightly put it, we'll have to budget for it. At the same time, we'll also have to go back to the villages and we have delineation. Honorable Speaker, I believe that 2 months would be, may not be appropriate based on what she's requesting. She's either requesting on, do we, the department, do you have a framework on how to handle this matter? Do you have it in your plan? If the answer is yes, then we move ahead now to move the House to start appropriating for it. So the bit that the honorable member is asking for is to prompt the department to start thinking whether they have that within their agenda. I may be wrong, Honorable Speaker, but I believe that would not require 2 months. But if the implementation bit is needed, then we need to think critically, because we are going to use a lot of money, and that money must also be factored in the budget. Honorable Speaker, the decision to make or to give guidance is based with you as the chair. I thank you.
Okay, so let's put this to rest. Just 1 minute. 1 minute. We have our majority leader. Our majority leader, kindly, please.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, I listened very carefully when Honorable Florence was reading her statement, Mr. Speaker. But according to my understanding, I think Honorable Florence wants this assembly to compel the executive to employ the village administrators, according to my understanding, even though I came in when she was almost finishing. But, Madam Speaker, the work of a committee at Mr. Speaker, sorry. Mr. Speaker, you remember during the morning Kamkunji, we decided as men to surrender some men. So, Paul, Mr. Speaker. So, Mr. Speaker, at this stage, I think the work of the Public Service and Administration Committee is simple. It is upon the committee's clerk to write to the relevant department seeking their opinion on this. That is something that can be done this evening, Mr. Speaker. While in Nairobi, I'm very sure the CCM in charge of devolution, public administration, and governance will consult with the relevant bodies, up to including Her Excellency the Governor. They may decide to take that to the cabinet. Then when we come back by 25th, Mr. Speaker, I think the committee should be having something to present before this Honorable House. So I'm also a member of Public Service and Administration Committee. I don't see the need of this House giving us a whole 2 months, Mr. Speaker. And yet, there is no any fact-finding mission that we are going to undertake. Our work is simple, just write to the executive, then we wait for an answer. After giving us 2 weeks, Mr. Speaker, of which I think you should, on that day, the chair will rise again to inform this House whether the answers will be ready or not. Then after that, you will give some directions again. So I want to plead with my chair that please, let's take 2 weeks, because that has been the order of the day here. And that will also make us to work. I think we should not go to Nairobi to attend the legislative summit before tomorrow we have time, we can sit as a committee. You know, Mr. Chairman, members of the public are listening very carefully. And some of the jobless youths have noted what Honorable Florence has just raised. So some of them think that when such issues are raised, then they will get employed even after 2 days. That is their thinking. So my chair, if we take long with this, then I think this House will look down upon us as a committee. Kindly, let's agree and take the 2 weeks. Tomorrow you can summon us so that we attend a meeting. And maybe the clerks are here listening. They can talk to the clerk, our committee clerk, the committee clerk of Public Administration and Security, so that, Mr. Speaker, he or she may write to the executive. Thank you.
Thank you, Majority Leader, for that well put and guidance in terms of time. So, Honorable Victor Buya will take 2 weeks to respond to the statement. Can you confirm?
Most obliged, Mr. Speaker.
Okay. So just allow me to respond to what Honorable Nicholas Owaka raised about the situation of our bursaries. I want to refer him to our standing order number 30 that talks about the urgent county importance matters, because this cut across not only in your ward but also the other 40 wards. And such type of statement needed to have been brought to the House or to the Speaker 2 hours before the sitting. So meanwhile, I'll refer you to the Chair Education on this, specifically for your ward. Do you have Chair Education? Do you have Chair Education? So if you don't have Chair Education, we can follow it up. But it's a very important issue that you've raised. That is concerning all our 40 wards on the bursary. Almost all of us were there, including myself, before the afternoon started. So it's something that we need to address so that members and our beneficiaries for the bursary gets comfortable. So we can follow it up meanwhile with the Chair Education. So that is my direction on what you raised. So next order.
Order number 9, motion, alteration of the assembly calendar.
So we have the next motion from Majority Leader.
Thank you. On behalf of the Majority Leader, Honorable Speaker, I beg to move the following motion. Whereas this House has a calendar approved on 11th February 2025, indicating the sitting days, short recess and the long recess. Pursuant to the provisions of Standing Order number 25-1, that requires the County Assembly to have a calendar determined by the House Business Committee and approved by the County Assembly. Whereas Standing Order number 24-1 provides that except for the session commencing immediately after the general elections, the regular session of the County Assembly shall commence on Tuesday, second Tuesday of February and terminate on the first Thursday of December. Aware that Standing Order number 24-2 provides that despite paragraph 1 above, the County Assembly may, by resolution, alter the dates specified under paragraph 1 in respect of a particular session. Recognizing that Standing Order number 25-4 provides that despite paragraph 2, the County Assembly may, by resolution, alter its calendar or the adjournment date. Now, therefore, this House resolved to approve the alteration of the County Assembly calendars as follows. Honorable Speaker, we have the schedule and we have the period and days. Fourth session, the fourth session will be from 11th February 2025 to 4th December 2025. The sitting days, we have Tuesday 11th February to Wednesday 12th March 2025, a total of 20 sittings, Honorable Speaker, and the days will be Tuesday morning and Tuesday morning afternoon, Wednesday morning and afternoon. B, the short recess, Thursday 13th March to Monday 24th March 2025, a total of 12 days. Then C, Honorable Speaker, will have sitting days from Tuesday 25th March to Wednesday 30th April 2025, a total of 24 sittings. That is on Tuesday morning and afternoon and Wednesday morning and afternoon. And D, Honorable Speaker, the long recess is scheduled for Thursday 1st May to Monday 2nd June 2025, a total of 33 days, and on the days of Tuesday morning and afternoon, Honorable Speaker, the long recess will move from, let me take it again, Honorable Speaker. The long recess is scheduled for Thursday 1st May to Monday 2nd June 2025, a total of 33 days, Honorable Speaker. I beg to move and request Honorable Sam Lieta to second. Thank you.
Tabled motion in recognition that they have, actually this motion has recognized date.
Now, therefore, this House resolved to approve the alteration of the County Assembly calendar as follows. Schedule, under the period fourth session, the days 11th of February 2025 to 4th December 2025. Those are 20 sittings. And then on Tuesday morning, 2nd June 2025, and that will
Order number 10, Order number 10, adjournment. Adjournment.
okay, there's a part which is not clear, members. Let me come up. Okay, there's a part which is not clear, members. Let me come up again. The House is hereby adjourned.